subscribe to Fat and Broke.
Xin chào, what's up everybody? My name is Chris. We're in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. I'm a guy on the internet. So, well, let's get into it. In this video today, we're gonna talk about Thailand versus Vietnam and which country is currently better to live in. We're gonna get straight into the answer. If you wanna guess my answer, go ahead in the comment section. I do think many of you are gonna be pretty surprised though to hear that right now in this current atmosphere and market situation, if I really had a hankering for both countries, which I happen to have a hankering for both countries, I was a single gentleman, I would probably say let's live in both of them. Why do I have to live in one of them right now? My answer is going to be right now, go ahead and split your time between the two. You know, we've got a great 90-day visa system that's super easy breezy to do here in Vietnam. You can do multiple entries. I don't know if Thailand's is multiple entry, but I think it is. But I would just, you know, bounce here for 90 days, hang out here for 90 days, go to Thailand for 90 days. You know, stay in Bangkok for 90 days, get to learn a little neighborhood there with like a little Airbnb short-term rental. I am imagining that it is difficult to come by. It's probably a problem, like there is kind of a slight problem here, but I bet you, just like here, there are areas where you can very, very easily facilitate 2-month, 3-month, 1-month rentals. No problem. So I'm sure people are pulling that off, no problem in Thailand as well. So yeah, that's what I would be doing. I'd be coming here, I'd be staying here, especially if this is like in the start of my career and like where I was at, or even if it was the start of my career in this atmosphere that we're in now, I would definitely be serving it up between possibly the two. You know, I wouldn't maybe be having to be so keen. I would be like what I've always said, probably going to a bunch of countries, but this is mainly to appeal to people that are just trying to pick one or the other. And a conversation I've had with so many people lately is you don't have to pick one or the other. You can really just pick both. So just go ahead and pick both. There's absolutely zero reason that you can't do them both. Like I said, man, like Vietnam's super set up easy. You can go and get a short-term rental in Japantown. I know multiple ladies that'll rent you a room there. I know multiple ladies on Boi Vinh that'll rent you a room dirt cheap as well. So you get yourself a room cheap, live per month, do 90 days. You know, don't even have to worry about doing a visa run. Just take your backpack and your bag and then essentially just like go take your shit and go to the next country for 90 days. Go live in Korea for 90 days. I don't think that's going to be as easy to find a short-term rental, but I love Seoul, man. Seoul doesn't do well on the internet outside of Koreans watching it, but it's a great spot, man. Interesting outfits. It's a fun spot. It's somewhere where I could do 90 days for sure. I would love to see how like a long-term, I think we were there 30 days almost when I was there. Real close, and it would have been nice to really see what a long-term stint there would have been like. So yeah, I'm curious to see. I talked about it in some other videos or maybe live stream. It takes me like 60 days to acclimate to an area. So if I really found an area I liked, I would just continuously come back every year for like the 90 days and really get to learn it, or just bounce to new areas. Now you've got great freedom in visa situations with Vietnam, so you're not pigeonholed to like effed up crap in Vietnam anymore. This 90-day multiple entry thing really opened up the deal, guys. As long as other countries are letting you do that, you're good to go. So, you know, I've gotten confirmed multiple times, Japan, you can do 2 90 days in 1 year. Like, there's almost no problem to it. I don't know about like consistently doing it every year, but from what I'm told, from multiple sources, even like a hired an attorney source, is, you know, 2 90 days is pretty okay. And from the way it sounded, that's how like Korea is. That's like, he was making it sound like, you know, of course you had to pay more if you're asking for more other places. But it made it sound like, you know, you can redo those at least if you're doing the full 290 days 2 times. I don't know about coming and going, but I imagine they don't care. I imagine they have a system for that. I imagine like after coming in 2 times, they're like, nope, they're not doing it that way. They're checking the total dates between how long the stays are. is what's happening. So for me, boys, I think they're both good countries. I'll talk shit about each one in different ways. They both have things that are great about them. They both have things that are crappy about them. You know, they're both two totally different experiences. I highly recommend that you check them both out, and I highly recommend that you live in both of them, you know. Don't settle too fast, check them both out. Maybe if I would have really checked out Thailand more, who knows, I could be living in Thailand. So I mean, make the decision with a little bit more time and effort and like checking it out more, you know. Don't just jump into like having to live here. But I think there's a good compelling argument, unless you really want to park your stuff at one apartment. But even that, pretty good compelling argument for just knowing in your head, you know, if you do live in Thailand, you can get a 90-day visa and just come back and forth at will. So like if you're not a brokey, what's a $50, $80 flight? You know, you can come here for a weekend, hang out, date some girls, and go back to Bangkok during the week. Or, you know, etc. Go wherever. I'm just saying now is the opportunity, and you don't absolutely have to live in one thing over the other. They've given you some pretty good ways of, you know, jumping between everywhere around here now. So with those options now available to you, I would seriously consider just living out of a backpack and going from country to country. I've done a video very similar to this of like where I would blah, 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 like what I would do right now. This was before the 90-day. Right now, I've been thinking about it. If I came here and I didn't really know Vietnam that much and I didn't know Thailand that much, I would want to split. I would come here for a year and I'd split my time between the two. And I'd find which one I really like. It's exactly what I would do. I would literally live, like I'd find an area I liked inside of like wherever. I wasn't there long enough to figure out what area I really liked. But it seemed probably the mall area. Like BSG or whatever, and I forget. No, that's Manila. Getting them all fucking mixed together. I forget which one we liked in the Bangkok, but there's an area that was alright. I already forget. Like, I'm terrible with names of shit, so. But I'm digressing on that. You know, I'm sure that there's an area in Bangkok I could really find. But I also like the area where they had the night mall, the night market. Like the first vlog we did there where I got the German sausage. And we got the Thai food. But I mean, you know, I need more time there. For me personally, now that I kind of know, I probably wouldn't live in Thailand, but I would definitely like to experience each one. I'd like to be in like Phuket for a month, you know, Bangkok for a month. I don't think you need to be in Pattaya for a month. It's too degenerate. I'm curious to see Phuket though. I definitely want to go back to Thailand to see Phuket. I really don't care about the other place everybody said to go, because that shit usually never interests me. Like rural, nothing to do shit. That's not my jam. That's not my boner jam. But I get it if it is yours. So yeah, just take your time, boys. Check them both out. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're gonna do. If you want to ask me more questions and support me in additional ways and help me out, you can go over to patreon.com/fatandbroke for as little as $5 a month. You can also go on a tour here. It's better if you have a larger window for the tour. Yeah, I was really sick. I missed a tour. That does happen. Your Patreon, you know, to get access to the tour, you're just signing up for a Patreon subscription of like $5. So if you are feeling away, I've only had it happen one guy. If you are feeling away, I'll just refund however many months you've been a Patreon, if that's what you want, and we'll go from there. So I felt really bad. It was really sick. It was the second day I had the sickness, so the worst day I didn't even get off the couch, like literally. So that was my fuck up. I should have put it in my calendar. And then as far as live streaming, that's over at kick.com/fatandbroke. All the live streaming is going to be on there. I am going to be doing that full time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay frosty. See you on the next one. Peace out.